Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the broadcast booth. Ryan Cantlin here on the call inside the Keating Sports Center as we get set for men's basketball action between the visiting Lake Forest Foresters and your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. As we look into this contest, something's going to have to give tonight as both teams come in looking for their first win of the season. Foresters come in with an 0-3 record, facing two common CCIW opponents that's inside of their conference in the regular season. Those were not conference games, but they lost to North Park and Wheaton in two high-scoring affairs, 93-87, 93-89, and played another high-scoring affair. They've given up 93 points in all three of their contests as they faced MSOE, a common opponent to the Scarlet Hawks inside the NAC. MSOE projected to be the number 2 team in the preseason poll, so it should be a good measuring stick early on in the season for the Scarlet Hawks here at the Keating Sports Center. Scarlet Hawks coming off of a buzzer beater loss on just not getting that call on the final play against Rose-Hulman on the 15th of November. They fell to the Fighting Engineers 73-72, opened the year here at home as well in where they were defeated against Trine University 86-66. So the Scarlet Hawks looking for win number 1 on the season. So are the Foresters as we dive into this contest. Look for the Scarlet Hawks to try to limit the attack of Alex Fordenwitz. He's averaging 23.7 a game through just 2 games. And Christian Rodriguez also averaging over 21 points per game at 21.7. So the Foresters with 2 mainstays in their rotation over the 20-point mark. The Foresters have not had trouble putting the ball in the hoop. They have had trouble keeping the ball out of the hoop on their defensive end. When you look at over the Scarlet Hawks side, that attack led by John Davis III in the points department. Garrison Carter right behind him. Nick Galati got hot in their game against Rose-Hulman from beyond the arc, and then Nicholas Ortiz shot the ball well from beyond the arc in that offense that looks to get a little bit more points on the board tonight, hopefully get into the 80s. I expect that to be the expectation for Coach TJ to get the victory for the Scarlet Hawks. We are about ready to get started. We will have the starting lineups and the national anthem, followed by the opening tip.
Foresters. The sophomore guard from Keating, Illinois, number 2, Marco Vishnev. Senior wing from Plainfield, Illinois, number 4, Alex Brown. Senior wing from Lake Forest, Illinois, number 22, Alex Horowitz. Junior wing from Los Angeles, California, number 25, Coltrane Marchand. And a senior forward from Somerset, Texas, number 15, Christian Rodriguez. The Foresters are led by head coach Matt Briggs in his second season, assisted by Shane Humbles, Ken Ambrose, Cliff Ball, and Elijah Lowell. And now your starting lineups for your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. A senior guard from Pascagoula, Mississippi, number 3, John Davis, the guard. Senior guard forward from Louisville, Kentucky, number 5, Owen Walsh. Junior forward from West Columbia, South Carolina, number 11, Isaiah Dudley. A junior guard from Alameda, California, number 22, Nicholas Ortiz. And a senior forward from Island Lake, Illinois, number 30, Garrison Carter. The Scarlet Hawks are led by head coach TJ Boyd in his 6th season, assisted by Ebenezer Pino, Alo Flyer, Stan King, Ron Clark, Derek Faulkner, and Anthony Ginger.
So it's Vishnevek, Brown, Fornowitz, Marchand, and Rodriguez for the Foresters. John Davis III, Owen Walsh, Isaiah Dudley, Nicholas Ortiz, and Garrison Carter, the starters for the Scarlet Hawks. Scarlet Hawks in their home whites with black letters and numbers with those red accents. The Foresters in those away black jerseys with the white numbers and the red accents. We're ready to tip this thing off inside the Keating Sports Center on this Wednesday evening. Dudley with this major size advantage on the tip, and he wins it. It's back to Carter. Ball will end up on the hands of John Davis III, and he'll get us started underway. So Ortiz swinging that ball over to Owen Walsh. Davis double-teamed. He's going to turn the ball over, and the Foresters are on the break. Inside in here, and taking the contact from Davis III, and that'll be our first foul of the contest. So first foul of the game goes against John Davis III. First team foul off the turnover and the break. Foresters were kind of in motion before that ball into play, but they get it in now. Working here at the top of the key, Dudley on ball D. Brown the drive with the left hand all the way to the hoop, scoop and score, and the Foresters are on the board. Illinois Tech likes to play with a quick tempo on both ends of the floor. You'll see them pressure at the full court. Most of the contest look for that to possibly eliminate some of the Foresters' ability to put up high numbers offensively. It was a John Davis III three-pointer, and then an offensive board underneath by Ortiz, and the putback layup is good, and we're tied at 2. It's Vishnevek bringing it up the floor. He's one of the Foresters averaging over 20 points a game. They dump it down low, and the layup is good by Christian Rodriguez. There's the other man for the Foresters, over 20 points a game in the first 2 contests. Ortiz, the left-hand drive. He's looking for help. He found it with Dudley. He gets it back to Carter at the top. Walsh drive, kicking to Carter. 3-ball, good. Left-handed shot of Garrison Carter, nothing but net. Gives the Scarlet Hawks the early lead at 5-4. Dumping back into Rodriguez. Kicked out, 3-ball on the other side. That's good. Vishnevek gets on the board, and Illinois Tech quickly down the court, tipped out. It'll be Illinois Tech ball underneath their goal. Entered into Walsh. Illinois Tech has had some troubles underneath their hoop entering the ball. They turned the ball over in both contests on what should have been releases and just safety plays. Dudley underneath the hoop. He's grabbed, and that's going to be a foul on the Foresters. It's going to go against 15 Nicholas Popovich, who just entered the contest. Nick Galati coming off the bench for the Scarlet Hawks. There is that safety release. This one's safely in the hands of Garrison Carter. He works on his defender. Kicked out to Walsh. His left-handed shot. No good as it rattles around. No good. Battled for underneath. The ball comes loose, and it'll stay with the Foresters after the rebound. Ortiz picks up. About 85 feet on the other end. Forces a dribble pickup. Backdoor cut. Rodriguez underneath. Had it stolen from him by Walsh. Walsh now back with it. Carter straight down the middle. Layup no good. Try to go around the contact. Forrester's on the run now. Underneath, no call. Fight for it. Handled by the Foresters. And they'll reset with 20 seconds on the clock. Short corner, kick to the corner. Now back to the top. Left-hand dribble for Brown. Pivoting underneath, and then tipped on home by Christian Rodriguez, and he's got 4 early points. Walsh off the screen from Carter. Working down low, using his size advantage. The left-hand bank shot is good from the block. Illinois Tech with the size advantage on the floor currently at 3 of the 5 positions at least. Christian Rodriguez, the only big man really underneath for the Foresters. Rodriguez has it in the short corner, working on Carter. Feet kind of slid there, but no call, and it's good on the hook shot. Rodriguez now with 6. Ortiz, left-hand dribble behind the back pass underneath to Galati, then kicked out to Carter. Ortiz dribble, had it taken away, and it's going to be an out-of-bounds call as he grabbed on that ball as he was still on the baseline. So 11 of 7, our score here, about 4 minutes and change into this contest. So lead us into our first media timeout under that 16-minute mark. So we talked about it in the open. Christian Rodriguez and Marko Vishnevak as the leading scorers and the main force of offense. About half the points have come from those 2 individuals in their first 2 contests. And similar story here. Vishnevak 1 of 2. He hit that 3 ball, and Christian Rodriguez has been dominant underneath the hoop. 3 for 3 with 6 points. He's got 2 boards already in the contest. Scarlet Hawks on the other side. Garrison Carter drilled that 3 ball early in the contest, and then buckets from Owen Walsh and Nicholas Ortiz have them at 7. Foresters want to play a game of high-scoring variety where they're going to outscore somebody, at least from what we've seen in their opening 3 contests. Scarlet Hawks want to slow it down a little bit more, at least defensively, by picking up full court. This is a zone trap full court. We have not seen the Scarlet Hawks in this thus far this season. It's more of a full court press to kind of just slow down the Forester attack, and as I say that, the ball goes flying out of play as they look for the release all the way down the court and force the turnover. This is Bryce Shoto taking it up. He entered. Garrison Carter on the pick and pop 3 ball, no good off the front rim. Tried to go for the steal there, didn't get it. Straight up and a good finish. There, Luke Arrington on the bucket. This will be another Illinois Tech turnover, and they're off and running here. Easy layup for the Foresters for Marchand. Now 8-point lead opened up by the Foresters here at the 15-minute mark. Double came out as they entered it to Dudley. He got it out to Carter. Spin move underneath. Left-hand finish over his defender is good. Foresters quickly inbound to limit that Illinois Tech pressure. Underneath here. Good finish by Christian Rodriguez. He's up to 8 here in the first quarter. Shoto comes and gets it up top. He's going to pick and pop. Off the front rim and off the back iron and out. Haven't seen Bryce take a whole lot of 3 balls early in the season in the first 2 contests. Rodriguez out. Top of the keys. Grabbed. Pushed. And a foul will go against Dudley. He'll send Christian Rodriguez to the line looking for his 9th and 10th points of the half already. Rodriguez poses a little bit of a size advantage against most of the teams he plays against most likely here. And one of the other things he does is he's got that quick first step, so we saw him take the ball from the top of the key there and kind of go to work on Dudley. Most of his other points have come from entries into the low post. He makes his first free throw of the night, where he's been 9 of 12 entering the contest thus far this season, so 75% entering on the year. Second one is good, and he's up to double digits very early in this contest. Bryce Shoto taking it up for the Scarlet Hawks. Looking inside was Carter. Shoto to the rim, had it rejected. That was Forwitz on the rejection. He has it in here. He's doubled right now by Carter and Shoto. He found the release. The 3 ball is up. It is long, but it's a Forster rebound. Now a dribble drive. That's one too many steps, and that's going to be travel and go to the Illinois Tech side. Kuzmanovic entering for the Scarlet Hawks. Freshman from the UK in London. That'll be Bryce Shoto taking it back up for the Scarlet Hawks. Also into the contest, Kelly Maxey. He entered on the last stoppage as well. Turnover here from the Scarlet Hawks. Free ball high into the air and finds the bottom of the rim. The Foresters have opened this one up. It's now a 13-point advantage for Lake Forest. Three ball here. No good, it's long. Fight for it underneath. Lake Forest comes out with it. Thought about another one. Now to the top of the key. 3 ball, it's good. It'll be a timeout from Coach Terrence Gray as the Scarlet Hawks are going to want to talk it over. It's going to also lead in not quite immediate timeout. It'll be just the 30-second timeout here at the 12:21 mark of the first half. Scarlet Hawks trail 9:25 here at the Keating Sports Center. We'll take a quick break. You are watching Illinois Tech men's basketball on the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network. John Davis III up the floor with the ball for the Scarlet Hawks. And that's going to be an offensive foul on the illegal screen. Go against number 15, Obran Kuzmanovic. Scarlet Hawks going to look to string a few stops together and get the offense in order. They've been on a scoring drought here over the last 3 minutes of play. The Foresters have caught fire from beyond the arc, and they're going to have a wide-open layup underneath here after good ball handling by Marchand out top. Got the Illinois Tech eyes and led to an easy layup on a good assist off the quick pass down underneath. Another turnover by the Scarlet Hawks here as the Foresters are out and running once again. Spin move underneath. No good here. Illinois Tech fails to control, and it'll be a foul underneath the hoop. It'll send Foresters back to the line. Coltrane Marchand will have 2 shots. And now it'll be immediate timeout here at the Keating Sports Center. We're on the under 12 here. So 27-9 is our score here inside the Keating Sports Center. Lake Forest will shoot 2 after this quick break. You're watching Illinois Tech men's basketball here on the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network. Back inside the Keating Sports Center here, Lake Forest on a 23-4 run over the last 7 minutes of play here inside the Keating Sports Center. They've extended this lead all the way up to 18. They can make it 20 with 2 free throws right here. First free throw off the back iron, no good by Marchand. Second one is good. Most of the starting 5 back out there for the Scarlet Hawks now. Exception Dudley, Galati in for Dudley. Garrison Carter had that layup attempt blocked. The Foresters are back out and running, trying to catch the defense napping here. Pick and roll here off the hands of Davis III. Was deflected once again, and it'll be Illinois Tech ball off the turnover. So Davis III got a hand on that. Referee saw that. Said he also had a tip off of Lake Forest player. I believe that was off of Arrington. He's saying I didn't touch it, but after a quick brief discussion by our referees. It stays with the Scarlet Hawks, and Davis the third up. Dribble drive with the right hand. Crosses back. Step back, no good. He gets his own rebound, goes up with the left hand, takes the contact and the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2, and the foul will be on number 22, Alex Forwitz. Maybe a violation on the Scarlet Hawks there after the movement. We'll see if that's called or not. They'll let it be, especially after just the first free throw, and John Davis III buries it for the first point from the line for the Scarlet Hawks in the contest. Their first free throw shot as well. Second one up good as well. Now look for the Scarlet Hawks to try to create some of that pressure. Here's that kind of zone. It's a 1-2-2 trap that they're kind of setting up here from full court pressure. Forsters break it. Now on the attack baseline, Carter goes up straight. Not sure if he got a hand on it, but definitely affected the shot. And then the Scarlet Hawks try to run. And it's Marchand again. He's been all over the floor on both ends in the last 5 minutes with the tip. It's going to slow the Scarlet Hawks down as they will get possession here right in front of their bench. 10:30 remaining here inside the Keating Sports Center as John Davis III lost the handle of it, won it back. Carter for 3 with the hand in his face. Rattles it home. And a quick 5-0 run for the Scarlet Hawks. Gets him back within 14. Being able to set up this pressure has been a key that the Hawks are going to have to be able to do. Pick and pop 3 off the dribble. Scarlet Hawks can't get the defensive board. The Foresters with another chance. Baseline drive here with the left. Up and good is Forwich. His first points of the contest. Dudley back in. He briefly touched it at the top of the key. Now Carter in the corner. Hand wasn't up. He delivers it to the hoop. Off the front rim and out. It's an early 3 ball with a hand in your face, not necessarily the shot Coach TJ Grant's going to want. We're going to foul call here. It's going to go against Dudley on the contact as he was going up for the shot, not the possible block charge underneath. Contact came earlier across the arm from our referee here. Marchand back to the line, shooting 2. First one is good as they extend that lead back up to 17. Scarlet Hawks had 5 team fouls against the Foresters 2. Second one up, no good, so it rattles out. Ortiz will settle down here at the top of the key. Davis running over 2 screens to come and get the ball. Lottie came to set a screen. They go back to Ortiz. He's getting doubled as he goes underneath. That's going to be a foul before the travel. Be his second foul on Alex Forwitz. It's going to be 2 shots for Ortiz. So 22 fouled by 22, and we'll shoot 2. First free throw up, around and good for Ortiz. Second free throw off the back iron and no good, and comes out handled by the Foresters. Drive here, baseline. We got him trapped underneath. Battle for it. They'll stay with the Foresters as it carries out of bounds. That one tipped twice, and it'll be a turnover going to the Foresters. Ortiz picking up 85 feet away. This is more the pressure we've seen from the Scarlet Hawks over 2 games, more of a man-to-man, kind of limiting the attack early as John Davis III picks a pocket. He gets the steal. Walsh now on the drive. His layup is good. John Davis III picks the pocket, ends up getting the ball to Owen Walsh on the assist off the layup, and the Scarlet Hawks find the bucket. Pressure here right in front of the Illinois Tech bench. Entry back into Rodriguez, back into the contest. He bodies his way through and finds the layup for 2. 12 points now for Christian Rodriguez, the leading point getter of the contest. Garrison Carter, a 3-ball, no good. They're going to feed Rodriguez again, but it was Carter picking it off. He threw a ball deep into no man's land. He wanted Owen Walsh to go on a run. He kind of slowed down. I don't know if he would have gotten there anyway. Rodriguez over the top to him. Illinois Tech ready for that one. Another turnover. Now Walsh on the run. He ran that time. Went up. Didn't get the call. Will stay with Illinois Tech. Talked about in the open about Lake Forest facing 2 CCIW opponents. They are members of the Midwest Conference, not the CCIW. They were picked 4th in their conference leading into the season. Monmouth led the way in that preseason poll over Grinnell and Illinois College, followed by Lake Forest. So, season where the Foresters projected to be in the conference tournament picture, and they're 0-3 up until this point, but have definitely not struggled to score in any of their 3 contests, putting up 87, 89, and 86, and on pace right now to be right in that area or above it here in the midway point, in the midway stages of our first half here inside the Keating Sports Center. We are in a media timeout. That under 8 media timeout. It'll be Illinois Tech basketball under their hoop as we break these huddles. Look for the Scarlet Hawks to try to crawl their way back into this contest. It's going to take slowing down this Forester attack led by Christian Rodriguez thus far. He's got 12 leading the way for the Foresters. Garrison Carter with 8 for the Scarlet Hawks is their leading scorer thus far in the contest. Lake Forest shooting over 65%. They're shooting 68% thus far in the contest, shooting over at 60% from deep. As Scarlet Hawks enter the ball to Garrison Carter and then hand it off. Kick now out to Bryce Shoto, who's back into the contest. Ortiz out top to Davis III. Back to Ortiz, working inside to Carter. They find him as he sealed his defender and had an easy right-handed layup. Pressure set up here by the Scarlet Hawks. Back into that man, as we talked about. Ortiz going to pick up 85 feet away. He's fighting it to the sideline here. They're going to get him on the body right in front of the scorer's table. It's going to be his second foul. 16 foul on the Scarlet Hawks, which is going to put the Foresters in the bonus on the next foul. They'll shoot 1-1. The Isaiah Dudley coming in for Ortiz, who has 2 fouls here. Rodriguez trying to seal Dudley right into that contest. They thought about throwing that ball straight up to him. Instead, he's going to take it out top of the key. He was able to work on Dudley last time. It works through Dudley into Owen Walsh, who defended well and nicely. It's a miss from Rodriguez. Shoto going up and getting one of the smallest men on the floor on the feed from John Davis III on the alley-oop dunk. And the Scarlet Hawks have crawled their way slow and steadily back down now to a 12-point advantage for the Foresters. Baseline drive here. Carter just a step late. He's going to pick up his first foul of the contest, I believe, as well. That's going to send the Foresters to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. It'll be Alex Brown to the stripe. 4 Foresters here at the scores table ready to check in. 3 of them will check in now, and then 1 for the shooter. They're going to leave Christian Rodriguez on the floor. Brown's first free throw is good. Alex Brown, senior out of Plainfield, Illinois. Joliet Catholic grad. Second free throw good as well. It's now 6 of 6 at the line in this early stages of the season. Just averaging 4 points a game through 2 contests. Bryce Shoto bring the house down on the last Illinois Tech possession. He brings it up here. Pick and roll there from Carter as they swing it across. Now back to Shoto on the wing, and then Walsh in the corner. Shoto now on the right-hand drive. He kicks out to Davis III. He thought about a 3-ball, thought better of it. Now under 7 on the clock, and it's a turned over. Marchand again defensively causing mayhem for the Scarlet Hawks. He takes it all the way with the left hand and finishes. Extends that lead back out to 16. Walsh on the wing. Dudley in the corner. Inside of Carter is 3 Foresters closing in on him. And after all that, he's going to end up at the line. He was actually in no man's land right underneath the hoop. Kind of just fired that one up. He got the foul called, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Be Igor Filipovic checking in for the Scarlet Hawks after Carter's first free throw. Carter's first free throw, no good. He'll get John Davis III. Second free throw from Carter is good. Gets him up to 11 points here on the night. The Walsh picking up here. Anthony Fabia running the point now for the Foresters. Down low into Rodriguez. One too many steps before he put the ball on the ground. It's a turnover from Christian Rodriguez and the Scarlet Hawks. Slight miscommunication, trying to set up what set they want to be in. Gets it Owen Walsh in the corner. Shoto off the screen of Carter. They swing it. Try to find Carter underneath. It's a kick. So kick violation on the Foresters. Reset that shot clock to 20. Owen Walsh will take it out. See what the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks draw up here. Owen Walsh out top. Swung around the perimeter, entered to Carter. Once again, the double came. And you're going to get a push off there by Carter. That's going to be his second. Galati into the game for Carter with 2 fouls with just under 5 minutes to play here in the opening half. Anthony Favia takes the ball up for Lake Forest. They swing it around the perimeter in the left-hand drive as the ball's free now. Lot of steps right there. No call. Now under 5 on the shot clock. And we got the horn that went off. So we're going to end up in immediate timeout here. I think we're going to check. The monitor. They're going to go and see if that ball hit the rim. I'm going to go quick back into our broadcast and look at it myself and tell you what I see. So if it didn't hit the rim, it's going to end up being Illinois Tech ball on the shot clock violation. Earlier in that possession, definitely looked like we had a travel from the Foresters that went uncalled. But as this ball came down into play, it was Rodriguez driving here on the baseline, getting into the lane, and I think it did nudge off the rim. It was blocked kind of off the backboard and then kind of deflected off the rim, at least from my vantage point here on our stream. I believe that's exactly what the referees are going to say as well. So we're going to come out of this media timeout. They're going to put 18 on the shot clock. We're going to reset the game clock to 4:05, which is happening as we speak. It'll be Forster ball underneath their goal with 18 seconds on the shot clock. So in this new process with this replay review, I think that was handled very well by our officiating staff, being able to go to immediate timeout there, quickly be able to do that, really waste no time in the contest, and then a quick entry right into Rodriguez, and an immediate foul is going to send him to the line to shoot 2. So he looks to add to his 12-point first half. First free throw good. He's 3 of 3 at the line now on the night. Lead back out to 16 for the Foresters here inside the Keating Sports Center. Second free throw good. Rodriguez, 5 of 7 from the field, 14 points now as he's 4 of 4 from the line. Shoto, left-hand dribble drive. Owen Walsh, corner 3, rattles around and no good. It's Anthony Favia, quite a few minutes here off the bench, running the point here for the Foresters. Marchand drives into the middle. Isaiah Dudley said, "Get that out of here." Shoto on the drive, left hand, no good. Dudley on the follow, fights for it, can't come up with the ball. Foresters immediately on the other end. It'll stay with them off the block of Filipovic. Favia, freshman out of Chicago, Illinois. He's going to be the one taking the ball out of bounds. A quick discussion here underneath the hoop. Not sure what that was necessarily about, but Probably the Chicago, Illinois guy. And we're going to do it again off the kick. Entered here. It was supposed to go into Rodriguez, went off his fingertips, landed on the sideline. That'll go to the Illinois Tech way. Big 3 minutes here for Coach Gray and the Illinois Tech squad as they try to cut into this Forster lead. They've got it down to as small as 12 here in the last 5 minutes. It's ballooned back up to 17. As Dudley underneath, and he gets on the board for the first time today with the right-hand layup. So we have foul against Shoto right here about 85 feet away from the basket they're defending. It's going to be the 10th Illinois Tech team foul. They're going to shoot 2 here on the other end. Nicholas Popovich will shoot 2 off back iron. No good there. That one off the back iron and good. As James Falapel enters for the Scarlet Hawks for the first time today. This one's thrown to him wide open, 3-ball, no good. But Isaiah Dudley on the follow in the tip. Forster's immediately back down the court and find a layup on the back end. Horowitz the layup on the right hand. Dudley, 4 quick points. Out to Walsh. She wanted to go left-hand drive, but Mershon said no. Swung around the perimeter by the Scarlet Hawks. Dribble drive off the window, no good. Davis the third. The follow just couldn't get the finish, but he will go to the line to shoot 2 as that ball just fell off the front rim. Forster's maintaining that lead over the last 60 seconds, now at 18. Largest lead in the contest was at 19 at the 11-minute mark of the first half. Davis III cuts down the lead to 17 with the first free throw here. Scarlet Hawks have struggled from deep, just 1 of their last 9 after opening 1 of 2 after the Carter 3-ball. They're 2 of 11 on the day from beyond the arc. It's a similar story to what happened in their first contest where they played trying. That first half, combined, those 2 teams went 1 of 23 from behind the 3-point arc. Rodriguez on Dudley. He instead passes out of it. Dudley gets the board. Phillip pull down, left-hand dribble, pulls it back out. Pump fake, 1 dribble, 3-ball, no good. It's off the shot clock. It'll go back to the Forsters. Illinois Tech setting up the pressure. 1:44 remains now here in the first half. We'll be interested to see. Forsters have a timeout kind of to burn. If they don't use one of those timeouts in the first half, they lose it. So we'll see if they want to use that late here in this half. Fight for it underneath here. Drive into the lane, around the rim like a toilet bowl and in. Ball now with Davis III. He's calling for a screen up top. Instead, he's going to hand to Dudley. Walsh now up to the corner. He's going to go left-hand drive. He's got 3 Forsters around at him. It's going to be a foul from the grab by Alex Brown underneath. It'll be their 6th team foul with 61 seconds remaining in the first half. Into the post of Dudley. Pulls it out. Davis the third, 3-ball with the hand in his face off the front rim, no good. Christian Rodriguez pulls down the rebound. He's going to take it all the way down himself. He's going to take it all the way to the hoop himself. And back judge has got a travel before I think the baseline official was going to call a foul at the rim. Travel came first. Nothing there. It'll be an Illinois Tech timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. So we will stay here on the broadcast. Quickly look over the stat sheet of the first half thus far. Christian Rodriguez still leads the way here from a point department. He has 14 in the contest. Lake Forest continuing to shoot the ball extremely well from the field at 59.3%, 60% from deep. They haven't actually fired up a three ball in a long, long time. They were 3 of 5 after that quick run that it ballooned the lead all the way up to 19. They have not shot a three ball since. They are also shooting well from the charity stripe where they're 9 of 12 from the free throw line. Illinois Tech on the other side shooting 37% from the field on 10 of 17 shooting, 2 of 13 from beyond the arc. As we've talked about, 1 of 9, now 1 of, I believe, 11 in their last 11 from beyond the arc. They have shot 6 of 8 at the free throw line. Lake Forest dominating on the boards, 20 rebounds to 10. In the turnover battle, Illinois Tech with 10 turnovers, Lake Forest with just 6. Sorry, 11. So 11-11 in the turnover battle. I'm reading the foul total. Just as I mentioned those fouls, we have another one. So that's going to go against Alex Brown. That's going to be his second. He's picked up 2 in the last minute of play here. It's going to send Bryce Shoto to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 for the Scarlet Hawks. No. We have an inadvertent whistle here at the table. So horn went off. They're going to just reset it. It's going to be Bryce Shoto at the line. He'll be able to enter after this free throw, provided it's a make. And it is up off the front rim and good. Now we will get that substitution as it'll be Khalil Maxey checking back into the game for Dudley. Dudley played a pretty prominent role in the last couple minutes, getting on the board with 4 himself on a couple back-to-back possessions, and then did a good job on Christian Garcia underneath on multiple possessions, holding him scoreless over the last couple minutes. Shoto's second free throw rattles around and out. Scarlet Hawks have cut it down to 15. So we get down to 24 on the shot, just under 30 on the game. And a quick bucket here by Anthony Fabia. Continues to be on the floor for the Foresters. Scarlet Hawks are going to slow things down. They're going to play for 1 shot. They trail by 17, trying to cut into that deficit here on the last possession of the first half. John Davis III working on Fabia. Step back 3, no good. It's going to give him a quick opportunity here to come back and score. It's going to end up being a kickball with 3.7 on the game clock. The baseline out of bounds for the Foresters. We'll see what they draw up here on the last play of the first half. Quick entry right underneath. It was touched. And we got a travel. Now 1 second remains, and Illinois Tech will have at least a slight opportunity. We'll see what the Foresters do. They're going to apply pressure. We'll see what Illinois Tech wants to do, if they're just going to enter it and kill the clock, and that's what they're going to do. So that leads us into the break. 46-29 your score. Illinois Tech trails the Lake Forest Foresters by 17 here at the break. We will step away for a short break and then return with some stats overview of the first half, as well as some of the game keys that I see going into the second half for both squads. You are watching Illinois Tech men's basketball action here at the Keating Sports Center here on the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network. Back inside the Keating Sports Center as we take a quick look over the first half stats. In a contest, the Lake Forest Foresters have controlled for the vast majority of the contest thus far, up 46-29 over the Scarlet Hawks. Foresters shooting 60.7%, 60% from beyond the arc, 75% from the free throw line, 17 of 28 shooting, 3 of 5 from deep, and 9 of 12 from the line. Scarlet Hawks on the other side, 10 of 28 for 35% from the field, 2 of 14 for 14% from beyond the arc, and 7 of 10 for 70% from the line. The Foresters with 22 boards to the 10 boards of the Scarlet Hawks on the contest. Offensively, they've pulled down 6 rebounds on the Forester side, 4 for the Scarlet Hawks. Points in the paint, been a big story of the contest. Christian Garcia leading the way there for Lake Forest. They have 28 of their 46 inside the paint, just 14 points in the paint for the Scarlet Hawks. 9 points on the fast break for Lake Forest as well. They've been able to kind of run Illinois Tech out of its pressure and has forced Illinois Tech into some tough spots defensively. Christian Garcia, as we mentioned, he's a leading scorer in today's contest thus far with 14 points. Garrison Carter leads the way for the Scarlet Hawks with 11. So we look into some of the keys as Illinois Tech looks to crawl out of this 17-point deficit in the early stages of the second half, and they're going to have to chip away all the way down to the 10-minute mark, hoping to get that into the single digits by the time they hit the 9-minute mark of the second half. I think is a solid goal for these Scarlet Hawks coming out of the break. I think they're going to have to do it on the defensive side of things. Obviously, they're going to have to find the shot, especially from beyond the arc, a little bit more in the second half, but I do believe defensively is going to be their focus as they look to limit this Lake Forest prevalent offense to what I would hope to be under 30, 35 points here in the second half if they're going to have an opportunity to make a comeback in today's contest. And if you're going to do that, you're going to have to bottle up a couple individuals. You're going to have to bottle up Christian Garcia or Christian Rodriguez, who's been a force inside the paint for the Foresters, not just today, but all season thus far. And then Alex Forowich, who they have bottled up pretty well thus far. He's just with 4 points, and he was their leading scorer coming into this contest, averaging almost 24 points per game. Forowich just 2 of 4 from the field thus far, and I believe both of those buckets came in the early stages of the contest. So they've done a good job on him. They're going to have to continue to do a good job on him and then bottle up Rodriguez in the post. If they can do both of those things and force Lake Forest to go to other players offensively, expect Illinois Tech to be able to try to take advantage of that and cut into this deficit in the early stages of the second half. On an offensive side, look for Garrison Carter, look for John Davis III, look for Isaiah Dudley. I expect him to come out. He had a couple good back-to-back possessions on the offensive end in the late stages of the first half. See if they look to attack him and try to get him involved in the offense in the early stages of the second half. If they can do some of those things and drop this deficit back into the single digits, we could be in for an exciting finish here at the Keating Sports Center on this Wednesday evening. We will take a quick break and then rejoin the action as both teams are coming out of their locker rooms currently. You are watching Illinois Tech men's basketball here on the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network. We're just about ready to get back into action here in the second half. The Lake Forest ball on the far side as the Scarlet Hawks break the huddle and get ready to defend. Fish in the back. And then a backdoor feed and a quick dunk on the Foresters side as Alex Fornowitz, we just talked about Illinois Tech bottling him up. They did a good job with him in the first half. He goes backdoor cut off of Christian Rodriguez and gets the open dunk. Shot clock didn't start there on the Illinois Tech possession, and we will stop it and then re-enter the ball here. Nicholas Ortiz handling the ball. Back to Carter. Top of the key. He goes left. Spinning left hand off the backboard and in. So 2 buckets on both sides here in the early stages of the second half. Baseline drive here. Isaiah Dudley, the rejection. And then that ball comes loose and free and ends up on Garrison Carter's fingertips. Dudley up to Carter. Pump fake. Finishing goes against him. It's a charge going the other way. Be the third on Garrison Carter. Trap zone here from the Scarlet Hawks, showcased once again. Carter has to be careful here, already with 3 fouls, defending closely there. Christian Rodriguez had 2 on him, goes through both guys, had it rejected by Isaiah Dudley, then thrown out to Davis III. Behind his back, tries to finish. Really good defensive play by Coltrane Marchand. Is able to stay with Davis III, who's been shifty in the early part of this season when he's found the open floor. Safety out here to Dudley, across, now out to Davis III at the top of the key. Owen Walsh, 3 ball, it's good! Some of the things we talked about at halftime, finding that 3-point shot and stringing a couple stops together. 3-ball fouls, they've had a couple stops, they haven't necessarily cut into the lead as much as they want yet in the first 2 minutes, but they're looking to make a move here. Marchand, his pass is picked. This is going to be a free layup for the Scarlet Hawks, and there's another bucket. Nicholas Ortiz picks it off, deflects it, goes and gets it himself, leads to the open layup, and then it's going to be a foul on Owen Walsh, the hands into the back of Marco Wisniewski. 2 quick fouls here from the Illinois Tech team side here in half number 2. About 2.5 minutes into play. Go into that zone kind of pressure here. Foresters break it, look to set up their offense. Rodriguez coming out to get the ball. Dudley on him. They give him some cushion. Backdoor pass in here. Guarded well, but corner 3 ball's wide open, and it's good. Wisniewski, his first 3 ball of the night. Davis III feeds Carter. Touch passing here. No call underneath, and Dudley can't finish. Quickly out is Wisniewski. Backdoor cut by the Foresters, which they do a lot. Alex Brown gets to the hoop and is fouled. Foul will go against John Davis III. That's his second, and it'll be a quick substitution that I think will get him out of the game. And it's Bryce Shoto looking to check in, as well as Nick Galati. Alex Brown at the line, shooting 2. First free throw up and good. As Shoto and Galati check in for Walsh and Davis III. Second free throw, no good. Shoto coming up. Carter setting the screen. It's going to be refused. They swing it back to Shoto. Galati in the corner. Carter thought about going up. Pump fake. Dudley in the corner. Marchand picked him up. Shoto in the corner. No good. Forrester's out and running on a quick 2-on-1. Deflected away by Nicholas Ortiz. Carter up to Ortiz. Left hand dribble drive. Right hand. Finish is good. Marchand quickly out. 3-ball. Vishnevek. Good. As he's caught a little bit of fire with 2 3-balls here in the second half. Dudley given space out top. Double comes on him. They swing it out top. Galati, 3-ball, answered. $14-point advantage for the Foresters. Vishnevek, hands off. Top of the key, back to him. Third 3-ball for him. 3 for 3 in half number 2 is Marco Vishnevek. Galati thought about answering. He's going to try it. He does. 3-ball, 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 3-ball. 2 on each side. Vishnevek and Galati having a match as he takes it up the floor now. He's calling for a screen up top. Shoto guarding him tightly. Marchand, he's going to try it. This one's no good. Fight for it underneath, and it's the foul is going to go against Vishnevek on the board. Davis III is going to check in for Nicholas Ortiz. It's going to be Scarlet Hawk ball. That's going to lead us to immediate timeout here at the 14:57 mark of half number 2. Illinois Tech continues to try to cut into that lead. They've been up by 3 here in the first 5 minutes. It's going to depend on that defensive side as the Foresters continue to put points on the board. They're shooting 3 of 4 from deep. That's 9 of their 12 in the half have come from on the arc. Scarlet Hawks on the opposite side also 3 of 4 from deep here in the second half. They have also been 6 of 8 from the field, 4 of 7 for the Foresters. We will step away and take a quick break here on the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network. 58-54 your score at the 14:57 mark of half number 2. So Illinois Tech ball, chance to cut the lead down to 12 with the 2 here would be as low as that lead's been since about the 6-minute mark of the first half. John Davis III here in front of the Illinois Tech bench, working back. Back to Davis III, top of the key, wide open 3-ball, no good. Rodriguez wins the rebound. He's going to take it all the way down himself. Davis III The steal, he throws it in open space, and it's going to be a free layup there for Nick Galati as the Scarlet Hawks have cut the deficit now to 12. Now the man full court pressure here deployed by the Scarlet Hawks. Shoto guarding Vishnevek. Vishnevek crossover dribble. They enter it to Rodriguez. He works on Dudley. Foul by Dudley. Coach Terrence Cray wanted the double to come. It never came, and they let Rodriguez go one-on-one and back down Dudley. He forces the foul. He's going to go back to the line. First free throw up from Rodriguez. It's good. He's now 5 of 5 there at the line tonight. He's got 6 boards on the night as well. He's on pace to just be short of a double-double here. 2 for 2 at the line once again. He stays perfect at the stripe. Lead back up to 14 for the Foresters. Jane Davis, the third, coming over that screen. Screen coming. Doubled. Kick to the corner. They're going to swing it around off the mishandle. Carter, drive with the right hand. Can't finish. Comes to the Foresters. Carter out of the play. It's been a 5-on-4 here. And Vishnevek with another easy bucket here. Shoto the drive to Carter. Finish at the rim, no good. It's going to be a foul.
They force foul number 15, Nicholas Popovich. That's his third and second.
I think it's going to be a late foul call on Nicholas Popovich. I didn't necessarily see the contact there, but it was definitely a very late whistle. It was almost as if the referee was waiting to see if that ball went into the cylinder, and if it did, he wasn't going to call it. When he saw it was going to fall off the front of the rim, he made the call and sent Garrison Carter to the line. Carter misses the front end of his 2 free throws. Second one good. Allows Illinois Tech to set the pressure here. John Davis III picking up now. Near the timeline. He gets blown by. Backdoor cut. Layup no good. 50-50 ball underneath. Deflected off an Illinois Tech player. And out. It'll stay with the Foresters with 21 on the shot.
Hey, Nick, be aware for the left. He's going corner, O'Brien. Here he comes. Here he comes, O'Brien. G, stay right there. G, stay.
Fed into Rodriguez underneath. The double is there here. They swing it around. Vishnevek, another 3-ball. This one wasn't in rhythm. He missed it. They get another 3-ball attempt. No good here. Another offensive rebound and a layup for the Foresters. It's Popovich, the final rebound and layup for the Foresters. They cut it down to 12. And now it's back up to 17. 5-0 run for the Foresters. Davis III turns into the double. Kicked out to Carter, 3-ball, top of the key, no good. Illinois Tech rebound underneath. Good work there. And Kuzmanovic, the reverse layup off the offensive board. Carter with 3 in the foul total. Picks up here at the top of the key. Anthony Fabia, the ball handler here. Switching, and then an open 3 from the Foresters. Doesn't find the bottom of the cylinder, but another board. Christian Rodriguez is going to step into a 3 off the dribble. No good. Galati coming up the floor. He's going to work to the middle into a beautiful move. Worked his dribble right into Christian Rodriguez. Spun right at the free throw line. And was able to finish at the hoop with a right-hand layup. The lead quickly right back down to 13. And it'll be a Bryce Shoto picking up the foul here. That's going to be the 5th foul picked up by the Scarlet Hawks. It'll lead us to another media timeout here, under 12 to play in half number 2. Scarlet Hawks continue to kind of chip just a little bit, trying to go on that big run that they're going to need to get way back into this contest, but they're still in this ball game, down 13 at the 11:47 mark of the second half. 64-51 is your score. If we dive into the stat sheet a little bit here on this media timeout, Christian Rodriguez continues to lead the way, 16 points for him. But it is Marko Vishnevak who has been the offensive force for the Foresters in the second half. He's got 14 on the night. I believe all 14 of those points have come in half number 2. 11 of those 14 have come in the second half. Vishnevak coming into this contest just averaging 6.3. He's only taken 13 shots coming into this game. He's taken 8 shots already in this one. 6 of those in half number 2. Nick Galati now in double figures for the Scarlet Hawks. He was held scoreless in half number 1. He's been highly effective here in the second half with 10 off the bench for the Scarlet Hawks. Ball back in here to the Foresters. Dribble drive, left-hand layup, no good. Scarlet Hawks come down with the board. John Davis III coming up with a head of steam. Kick to the corner. Ortiz thought about the 3-ball. Pocket pass, and it's deflected, eventually off Kuzmanovic and down. And we're going to get a coach's challenge. It's going to be a coach's challenge from Coach Terrence Gray that's saying they didn't get a tip on that. I think it's going to be extremely hard to tell on our broadcast if that ball was tipped or not. We'll get a charge timeout against them if this is not a correct call. Let me pull this up here. I thought it was tipped by Kuzmanovic here live. As we go through the video feed, I think it's going to be almost impossible to tell on our camera setup if this ball was touched. If we had about 44 more cameras and a baseline camera, there may be a shot to see if that revolution of the ball was changed. But I think if we're going to use the terminology that they're going to use it at the NBA level or any other professional level, this call is going to stand. It's not going to be confirmed, but it's definitely not going to be overturned. I think there's going to be no indisputable evidence that that ball was not touched, that they're going to change this call. So the officials have seen it. They're talking over here at the scores table about 10 feet away from my broadcast area. But my expectation is this ball is going to stay with the Foresters, and it will. So that's going to be a 30-second timeout charge to Coach Gray here. So the ball will stay with the Foresters. Call is going to stand. I'm going to make that judgment call and say that's what we're going to call it. It'll be Forester ball here in the backcourt. A 13-point lead for the Foresters as they control possession here at the top of the key. So Illinois Tech defense has been better here in the second half. And over the last 4 minutes especially been very good. And they're going to force a turnover here. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go to the Scarlet Hawks. Anthony Fabio was shocked as James Fieldpool jumped the screen and ended up with a jump ball that turns the ball over to the Scarlet Hawks here with the 11:06 remaining in the contest. Chance to cut the lead down to 11, as low as it's been since the 10-minute mark of the first half. John Davis III popping from the Galati. No good. Fight for it underneath. We got a foul. I think that's going to go against the Foresters, and it will. Chase Harnavar, his first foul. He hasn't had many minutes in this contest thus far, averaging just over 7 minutes a game so far this season. I believe this is his first, got in there for 4 minutes in the first half. First time we've called his name. John Davis III, top of the key, spinning. Kick to Ortiz, 3-ball, off the back iron. Rebound comes for Garrison Carter. He fights for it down low. He goes to work in the post and finds the left-hand layup. And the Scarlet Hawks are back within 11. 10:30 to go here in half number 2. We talked about being under double digits at the 9-minute mark. The Scarlet Hawks are in position to do just that. Marchand, the dribble drive, kicking. Finish at the hoop by Arrington is good with the right hand. Pass there from Carter doesn't get through. It was caught by Fabia, but he was out of bounds on the sideline right in front of me. Ortiz entering to Carter. Handoff to Davis III here on the wing. Illinois Tech looking to set up. They're going to go back into the post and Carter. Kick to the corner. 3-ball. No good. Fought for underneath. It ends up on the hands of Carter. He goes the opposite side of the hoop and he's fouled going up for the left-hand layup. So back-to-back possessions. Garrison Carter coming down with an offensive board for the Scarlet Hawks. Resulted first in a layup for himself. Now he's going to take it to the line, shooting 2, where he's 2 of 4 on the night. Leading point getter for the Scarlet Hawks at 16 now. He's tied Christian Rodriguez for the total lead in the game. He takes that lead as that's his 17th point with the first free throw and the make there. Isaiah Dudley looking to check in for Carter if this free throw goes in. Chance to cut this down to 11. And that's good. It's be actually Nick Galati coming out for the Scarlet Hawks, not Carter. They're going to leave him on the floor. Good defense there by Ortiz, shutting down that time. This time gets through. 3-ball in the corner, comes up short. 50-50 rebound. Scarlet Hawks have been good with those in the second half. Some more energy coming from that bench and coming from the floor from the Scarlet Hawks side right now as they look to continue this run. Dudley, bounce pass to Carter. He just throws one up wildly, but Dudley comes up with it underneath, and he finishes with the right hand. And the Scarlet Hawks are back within single digits. They've cut the deficit to 9. It's from 17 back down to 9. They've cut it in half. And just as we talked about entering this second half, we are now in that 9-minute mark, and they have got it back down to 9. Turns right into the double. 3-ball long. Fight for, and that'll be an Illinois Tech foul on the rebound. Christian Rodriguez is seeing a lot of double teams. As soon as he wants to make that back down and then spin move, Scarlet Hawks are just setting up defensively that he spins right into that second defender and forces a kick to the corner. The Foresters have not found the bottom of the rim on those deep balls in the last few minutes. It's a 6th foul, though, on Illinois Tech, so the Foresters will shoot the rest of the contest. It's something to watch. Fabia entering it for the Foresters. Had Rodriguez for a moment. Now they back into Rodriguez. He's going to go to the line off the foul of Dudley. It's Isaiah Dudley's 4th foul, and Coach Terrence Gray is going to go get him with a substitution. Christian Rodriguez has been perfect here at the line today. Continues that as he makes the front end of his 2 free throws. Forster's on their side, 14 fouls. That one rattles around, and it's a miss from the man who has not missed a whole lot today, Rodriguez. So 10-point advantage. Scarlet Hawks have the ball. Nicholas Ortiz, Kuzmanovic underneath. A good pump fake sent Marchand flying and leads to the open right-hand layup. Good pocket pass as well from Nicholas Ortiz on the assist. They've cut it to 8, as low as it's been since the very early stages of this game. Kicktown out to the far wing. And they get a quick hand check foul on Jason Theopol. Be Alex Forwitz at the line, shooting a 1-and-1. Lake Forest going to pull everybody out. They're pretty confident he's going to make the front end of this one. And he does. Nothing but net. Nicolati coming right back into the contest for Theopol. This one's good. The Foresters showing a little different look, going to a 1-3-1 defensively. And it's a quick foul picked up by Lake Forest. Forwitz picks up his 4th foul in not the best of ways. They're going to stay in this 1-3-1 with Forwitz out here. Should set them up with him at the top, that he should be in a spot where you shouldn't have to pick up a foul. I'm going to whistle somewhere. I'm not exactly sure what the player of the call was. Maybe an invert whistle. Or a shot clock. Clock's going to go to 8:07. Not sure exactly what happened, but maybe a timing malfunction of some kind. And we're back into play as they trap the inbounds. Harrison Carter swinging to Ortiz. Back to Carter. He drives. Kick to the corner. Davis the third. The 3 ball, no good. Fight for it underneath. Marchand comes out with it. Quick outlet all the way down, and it's a foul. Foul will go against Obran Kuzmanovic. And the Foresters will be back to the free throw line. That's going to send us to immediate timeout, the under 8-minute mark. 10-point lead for the Foresters, 69-58 your score inside the Keating Sports Center. You are watching Illinois Tech men's basketball on the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network. So Alex Brown on the line here for the Foresters, shooting 2. They will shoot 2 the rest of the night on any fouls. The next foul put them in the double bonus of 10 fouls. Scarlet Hawks need to continue to go on the run that they've steadily been going on for the majority of this half. Two free throws from Brown are good. And now it'll be the Forsters into a full court 1-3-1 trap zone. They'll settle down back into the 1-3-1 here. That's be a foul on Luke Arrington, senior out of Surprise, Arizona. It's his first. Scarlet Hawks take it out underneath, and the Forsters will go back to a man-to-man here out of the baseline, out of bounds. Davis III to the top of the key. Over to Nicholas Ortiz. Screen from Carter. Ortiz to the rim, and he draws the foul, and he's going to shoot 2. That one will go against Marchand. It's his first of the night. It's pretty impressive playing from Coltrane Marchand tonight. He's been an absolute force defensively for the Forsters. Been very impressed with his play. He's also put 6 points on the board, but 6 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals. And his stat sheet, nothing there that's going to crazy light it up, but he's been all over the floor defensively. On-ball defense, he's guarded at the perimeter, he's guarded in the post, and he's done a very good job in both areas. First free throw there from Ortiz was good, and he will shoot his second, looking to get this back to a 10-point deficit. This one is good. Similar result to the first. Rattle around and in. Allows Illinois Tech to set up the pressure. Going back to the man-to-man pressure, and John Davis III will be defending the ball carrier. Switched off the screen. Carter now on him. Christian Rodriguez came up. They shifted there. They're looking into him. Brown got by his defender, and it leads to an easy layup from Vishnevak, who has continued to fill it up here in half number 2. James III thought about a 3-ball. He ends up with a heavily contested reverse layup. And then it's Alex Brown running straight back down the floor, and they hit him on the outlet. He draws another foul, and he'll go back to the line to shoot 2. First one is good from Brown. Brown 6 of 7 now at the line. He's now up to 10 points. Most of those coming at the free throw line. This lead's been pushed back up to 13. Now just under 7 minutes to play inside the Keating Sports Center on Joe Haig's court. Scarlet Hawks need to go on the run, and they need to go on it pretty soon here. Carter takes Brown on. Shifting through traffic, finds the open space, and gets the left-handed layup to go at the bucket. Carter continues to fill it up. He's up to 20 points now. Another backdoor pass, this time by Brown, and another bucket for him as he has had a prominent second half as well. Full timeout taken here by Lake Forest. We kind of look over the stat sheet and talk about some of those game keys here in the second half. Scarlet Hawks did come out. They've done a very good job on Christian Rodriguez. Lake Forest has gone other places to find that scoring that they've continued to find. It's been Marco Vishnevak who filled it up for the front part of the half at an extremely high level. He got hot from beyond the arc. He's 4 of 5 from deep on the night. That only lone miss was kind of a heat check after he continued to bury one after the other. And then Alex Brown has found a way to score quite a bit here in the second half. A couple backdoor cuts resulting in easy layups for him. He's 3 of 3 from the field and then 6 of 8 from the line for 12 points. Most of that scoring from him has been in the second half, right? He was 2 of 2 and then 2 of 2 at the line as well, so 6 points in the first half. He's got 6 already here in half number 2. So Scarlet Hawks trail it by 13 coming out of the timeout here. Need to start going on a run. They got to get this deficit within kind of a couple possessions, hopefully by the 2-minute mark at least. So they're going to need to go on an 8-0, 9-0, 10-0, 12-2 run here over the next kind of 4 minutes and change if they want a chance at victory here tonight. Entrance is in. That 1-3-1 setup coming again. This time they break it pretty well, but it's Rodriguez at the rim rejecting Dudley. Right at the 6-minute mark here, which I believe could have resulted in a media timeout, but we'll play on here. Media timeout will come on over the 4-minute mark. Foul, though, against the Scarlet Hawks here. So go against Galati, his first. And Forrest will remain in the double bonus, so they will shoot 2, and it's Marco Vishnevek looking to add to his point total of the night. Vishnevek's second free throw, no good. And the rebound will come to Ortiz and up to Carter as they look to trap as he's right over the timeline. They get through. Carter now on the perimeter near the corner, swings it across. Spin move off the pump fake. Nicholas Ortiz with the left-hand finish. Illinois Tech amping up the pressure here defensively. Forsters struggle a little bit to get the inbound in. Now they back off as Galati is the on-ball D. Shot clock was late starting once again. And we have a whistle here. John Davis III on the on-ball defense of Marchand. Marchand swung to the corner. And that ball is going to be out of bounds as we stepped on the sideline. 1-3-1 pressure. Scarlet Hawks break it. Galati just fires that ball to the middle to Marchand, who then fires the ball right down the floor. A turnover in both directions, and the Scarlet Hawks will get possession back, tracing by 12 with 4:50 remaining in the contest. Illinois Tech breaks the pressure. Galati in the corner, 3-ball wide open, no good. Ortiz fight for it underneath. He gets fouled, and he will go to the line to shoot a 1-on-1. Anthony Fabia will pick up his second foul, and Ortiz will shoot the 1-and-1 at the line.
Choosing opponents for 22, Nicholas Ortiz. In for Foresters 22, Alex Horowitz.
Front end of the 1-on-1 is up, rattles around, comes out. Fought for underneath. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession will go to the Foresters. Inbound is collected, and then it's going to be Vishnevek taking it up the floor for Lake Forest. Fought for after the rebound. Scarlet Hawks are out. John Davis III into the front court. Ortiz swing to Galati. In to Carter, who's doubled underneath. He throws a pass, and it's picked off. Christian Rodriguez takes it all the way in himself. Had it taken away. It's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Foresters. So we look a little bit ahead into the Illinois Tech season. They open up conference play. Will be their next matchup. So they have about 2 weeks off after here, taking a Thanksgiving break. Obviously, they'll be back here at the Keating Sports Center for practicing a lot of the time, and then taking some time away from the game of basketball, go home, see their families for Thanksgiving before coming back to campus, getting ready for finals, and getting ready for Lakeland University, who they will go see on December 3rd. It'll be the opening game in the NAC conference season. After that, they roll through a whole host of NAC opponents, facing Lakeland, Aurora, and Rockford, before getting a couple non-conference contests in Kalamazoo and Albion. And then St. Norbert's, followed by a quick trip to Puerto Rico before they head home for Christmas. Right after Christmas, though, it will be at UIC, at the UIC Pavilion, taking on University of Illinois Chicago in an exhibition game as well. So that was a quick media timeout here as we looked at the schedule ahead for the Scarlet Hawks. We'll do the same here right before the closing of this game with the Lake Forest schedule, as well as the Scarlet Hawks look to try to continue to climb back into this contest. They have been leading the second half score, but trail in the overall score here by 12. Lake Forest enters, and they're going to pull it out and use some of this remaining clock on the board. Slipping as he went to go for that drive, and then it'll end up being a travel from Christian Rodriguez. So turnover gives the ball to the Scarlet Hawks. And they're going to need to score, and they're going to need to score in bunches here coming up in the last 4 minutes if they want an opportunity. Carter thought about the three ball. Instead, he's going to go in, picks and pops it. Quick little mid-range jumper there from Carter is good. Cuts the lead back down to 10, where the Scarlet Hawks have kind of had it stagnant. They've got it down to 9, but that's as good as they've gotten it. Over 3 minutes remaining. John Davis III on the fight for it underneath. No call underneath. A lot of contact, a lot of steps, but no travel, no foul call. The ball ends up out of bounds. It'll stay with the Foresters. Sideline out of bounds. And then an offensive board off the miss gives the Foresters another chance, and even more than that, they have an opportunity to just kill this clock, and this is now almost a minute-long possession here for the Foresters. Blocked at the rim, so the Scarlet Hawks able to keep them scoreless after that long possession. Carter taking it himself. He's going to turn it over. Eventually, Christian Rodriguez is going to come down with it as he gets over the timeline. 20 seconds on the shot, and there's 2:20 remaining in the game as Nicholas Ortiz is going to pick up the foul, send the Foresters back to the line. It'll be once again Marko Vishnevek to the line. So as we look ahead for the Foresters' schedule, they play this Saturday and next Tuesday before getting that Thanksgiving break. They will be home against McAllister and home against St. Mary's University, Minnesota. Those will be their second and third home events of the season. They will also host University of Chicago after Thanksgiving on December 3rd before they get into conference play, facing Lawrence University and Ripon on December 6th and 19th, respectively. That'll send them home for Christmas break before heading back to campus. Split a pair of free throws, and it's an 11-point contest now. 2:22 on the clock here in half number 2. Scarlet Hawks looking for a big comeback here late. Dribble drive, up in the foul. Be more free throws for the Scarlet Hawks. There's been a whole host of free throws here in half number 2. I mentioned on the broadcast yesterday in our women's contests where Illinois women's basketball got their first victory of the season. There was a matchup at Benedictine University last week where there were 81 free throws shot between the two teams. We are nowhere near that number, but there have been quite a few here in half number 2. First free throw up from Nicholas Ortiz is good and cuts that deficit back to 10. Chance to get it back within double digits here. See what Coach Terrence Gray draws up here for the pressure, especially after a possible make from Ortiz here. Scarlet Hawks are going to need some turnovers, and they're going to have to force them here in the last minute or 120 seconds of this contest. It's good. Back down to a 9-point game. Man-to-man pressure here, trying to deny that inbounds pass. And it's going to be a timeout that the Foresters call. We'll leave them with 1 remaining. In a 9-point game, it'll be a 30-second timeout for the Foresters. So expect Coach Gray to continue to draw up some pressure, draw up some quick opportunities for the Hawks to put points on the board. They've done a good job of holding the Foresters down a little bit here in the second half. They came out with 46 points in half number 1, only 32 here in half number 2. Illinois Tech on the other side of things with 40 points in this second half already, which I have to imagine is close to their season high for a half thus far this year. Field goal totals have kind of dropped for Lake Forest, have increased steadily for the Scarlet Hawks, who have shot 53% in half number 2. Lake Forest shooting 41% here in half number 2. Scarlet Hawks now going more to a trap zone. They're a little late to that coverage. Now a 2-on-1, and Christian Rodriguez is going to just simply put that one home. Which I believe is his first field goal of the second half. Good pass there. John Davis III is going to put that one home, and it's back to a 9-point game. 1:50 remaining here. Lake Forest looks to enter. No foul there. They get the trap late on the backside. They're going to break the pressure once again. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 1:35 on the game clock. John Davis III almost forcing the turnover there, but now Christian Rodriguez going to work. And he finds the bottom of the bucket off the glass. Now an 11-point game. Davis III going to draw the foul. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2 more free throws. Be the 10th foul on Lake Forest. Alex Brown tried to draw the charge there. Kind of took a sort of flop, but he did take the take the contact. They're going to say he wasn't in position to take that contact, and the block goes against him, and John Davis III is going to shoot 2 at the line. Brown picking up his 4th foul right there. First free throw up from Davis III is short off the front rim and out. This one off the front rim and finds the bottom of the hoop. Back to a 10-point advantage. They look to force a turnover here. Go through the middle of the floor. Vishnevek is able to break pressure. They find Rodriguez again, and he's got 6 quick points here late in this contest. Now up to a 12-point game. Pull up 3. No good. The Foresters have the ability to have an extended lead here. Foul's going to go against Davis III. 12-point advantage under a minute. Shooting 2 for the Foresters will be Anthony Flavia. Fabia misses the front end of his 2 free throws. He's got 5 points on the night. Christian Rodriguez now up to 23, taking that lead back from Garrison Carter. He's done it on 8 of 12 shooting, 0 of 1 from beyond the arc, 7 of 8 at the line. He's got 8 rebounds to go along with that, as well as a steal and a block. Does have 6 turnovers, leading the way in this contest. Ortiz dribble drive going left, fires that ball out of bounds, and it's going to be called that was tipped off a Forester defender, and it's going to stay with the Scarlet Hawks. 22 on the shot clock. That's not much of a worry for the Scarlet Hawks. The game clock much more important with 47 remaining in the contest. We're going to towel down this quick area first. Both teams in the double bonus the rest of the way here. 10 fouls plus a piece here in half number 2. To the corner, Kuzmanovic. Works all the way through. Carter, step back, hand in his face 3. No good. Davis III is going to come down with the rebound. And then he ends up losing it. Scarlet Hawks are going to foul Marko Vishnevek to the stripe. 13-point advantage now, 34 seconds remain. And it appears that Lake Forest is going to pick up their first win of the year. They're going to move to 1-3 on the young campaign. The Scarlet Hawks are going to drop to 0-3 on the year. Illinois Tech fans, we will be right here back on the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network for tomorrow's women's basketball contest, as they will be back on the floor coming off of their first win of the season last night. They will play a 6 o'clock start tomorrow, so an hour earlier tomorrow. They will take on a CCIW opponent. They'll take on North Park University. They're coming down from the north side of Chicago down here to the Keating Sports Center to face off in that contest, as Illinois Tech's women's basketball looks to pick up their second win of the season and get to 2-3 on the year. John Davis III is going to carry this one all the way to the hoop. He's going to collect 2 points, and it'll be a quick timeout here from Coach Gray as they try to make a big comeback here with 30 seconds remaining in the contest. Story of this contest, once again, Christian Rodriguez led the way for Lake Forest and was dominant, especially early in this game. First half, did a lot of his work. Scarlet Hawks obviously came out with a plan to limit him in this half number 2, and they've done a very good job of it right until the last kind of 2-3 minutes of this contest where he's picked up a couple easy layups. And the other guy they haven't had to worry about as much was Alex Forwich, who got into kind of some foul trouble in half number 1 and then continued into that foul trouble in half number 2. He still has played 28 minutes in this contest, but never got really things going offensively for his, at least, expectation of himself. But the Foresters were able to pick up a lot of that from Marko Vishnevek, who has put up 20 in this contest on 6 of 11 shooting, 4 of 5 from deep, and has done a really good job there. Trapping the inbounds there is the Scarlet Hawks, but Foresters are able to break it. And they're going to continue this pressure a little bit. Now, baseline drive. And now the ball just held on to. And with 4, 3, 2, and 1, that is going to end the contest. Your final score here from the Keating Sports Center, 87-74. Scarlet Hawks fall to the Lake Forest College Foresters. As I mentioned, we'll be right back here tomorrow night at the Keating Sports Center for Illinois Tech women's basketball. We hope you join us for that contest. That is a 6 o'clock start here against North Park University as they come into the Keating Sports Center and take on Illinois Tech women's basketball. Whether you're a Forester supporter or an Illinois Tech supporter, we thank you for tuning in here to the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network. My name is Ryan Cantlin. I have the pleasure of working here at Illinois Institute of Technology as the assistant SID. We thank you for joining us, and we hope you have a good night, and we hope you to tune in tomorrow.